Okay, welcome back to AFT Dice Season 2. It is round 9, and the first game of the round is Richmond versus Essendon. Let's go to the first quarter. And Richmond have kicked 1 goal 5 to Essendon 4 goals 1. Okay, let's go to the second quarter. And Richmond have kicked 6 goals 6. That's 7 goals 11. To Essendon 3 goals 1, so that's 7 goals 2. And at half time, Richmond are leading by 9 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter, and Richmond have kicked 3 goals 5, so that's 10 goals 16. To Essendon 3 goals 1, so that's 10 goals 3. And Richmond are still in front by 13 points going into the last quarter. Richmond have kicked 2 goals 4. So that's 12 goals 20. To Essendon 5 goals 3. So that's 15 goals 6. And it looks like Essendon have won this game by 4 points. All right, and we've got Essendon in the top 4 at the moment, and Richmond in 6. Okay, let's go to the second game. It's Collingwood versus North Melbourne at the MCG. Let's go to the first quarter. And Collingwood have kicked 3 goals 5 to North Melbourne 3 goals 3. Let's go to the second quarter. And Collingwood have kicked 6 goals 1, so that's 9 goals 6. To North Melbourne 2 goals 1, so that's 5 goals 4. And at half time, Collingwood's leading by 26 points. Third quarter, Collingwood's kicked 2 goals 3, so that's 11 goals 9. To North Melbourne 2 goals 2, so that's 7 goals 6. And the last quarter, Collingwood have kicked 5 goals 4, so that's 16 goals 13. To North Melbourne 5 goals 2, so that's 12 goals 8. And in the end, Collingwood have this game by 29 points. Collingwood are sitting 5th on the ladder, with North Melbourne sitting 15th. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Western Bulldogs versus Geelong. Let's go to the first quarter. And Western Bulldogs have kicked 6 goals 5 to Geelong 3 goals 6. Let's go to the second quarter. Western Bulldogs are in front by 17 points. Western Bulldogs have kicked 3 goals 3, so it's 9 goals 8. To Geelong 5 goals 3, so 8 goals 9. And at half time, Western Bulldogs are leading by 5 points. Third quarter, Bulldogs have kicked 5 goals 4, so that's 14 goals 12. To Geelong 6 goals 2, so that's 14 goals 11. And at three-quarter time, it's 1 point the difference. Western Bulldogs are in front. Let's go to the last quarter. Western Bulldogs have kicked 3 goals 4. So that's 17 goals 16. To Geelong 5 goals 1. So that's 19 goals 12. And in the end, it looks like Geelong have won this game by 8 points. Geelong are sitting 6 after that win, and the Bulldogs are sitting 13th. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Port Adelaide versus Fremantle at Adelaide Oval. Let's go to the first quarter. And Port Adelaide have kicked 3 goals 4 to Fremantle 2 goals 2. Let's go to the second quarter. And Port Adelaide have kicked 3 goals, 6. So that's 6 goals, 10. To Fremantle, 3 goals, 5. So it's 5 goals, 7. And at halftime, Port Adelaide are leading by 9 points. Let's go to the third quarter. It's Port Adelaide kicking 5 goals, 6. So that's 11 goals, 16. To Fremantle, 2 goals, 1. So that's 7 goals, 8. And at three-quarter time, Port Adelaide are in front by 32 points. Last quarter, Port Adelaide's kicked 4 goals, 3. So that's 15 goals, 9. 15 goals, 19. To Fremantle, 5 goals, 2. So that's 12 goals, 10. And in the end, Port Adelaide have beaten Fremantle at Adelaide Oval by 27 points. Port Adelaide are sitting in fourth position, and Fremantle are sitting on top by a percentage at this point. Melbourne's got a game in hand. Let's go to the next game. It's Brisbane Lions versus West Coast Eagles at the Gabba. Let's go to the first quarter. Brisbane kicked 4 goals, 1. To West Coast, 5 goals, 1. And that's quarter time. West Coast are in front by 6 points. Brisbane have kicked 6 goals, 5, second quarter. So that's 10 goals, 6. To West Coast, 2 goals, 1. So that's 7 goals, 2. And at half time, Brisbane are leading by 22 points. Third quarter, Brisbane have kicked 3 goals, 3. So that's 13 goals, 9. To West Coast Eagles, 4 goals, 4. So that's 11 goals, 6. And at three-quarter time, Brisbane are still in front by 15 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Brisbane have kicked 1 goal, 1. So that's 14 goals, 10. To West Coast, 3 goals, 3. So that's 14 goals, 9. And in the entry, Brisbane have won by a point, solitary points at the Gabba. What a thriller. And Brisbane are sitting third on the ladder with West Coast in 14th. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Gold Coast versus Carlton. Let's go to the first quarter. Gold Coast have kicked 3 goals, 5. And Carlton have kicked 4 goals, 3. Let's go to the second quarter. Carlton are in front by 4 points. Gold Coast have kicked 4 goals, 4. So that's 7 goals, 9. To Carlton, 6 goals, 2. So that's 10 goals, 5. And Carlton are in front by 14 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Gold Coast have kicked 2 goals, 4. So that's 9 goals, 13. To Carlton, 6 goals, 2. So that's 16 goals, 7. And Carlton are running away with this. They're 36 points up, and Gold Coast have kicked 4 goals, 1 in the last quarter. That's 13 goals, 14. To Carlton, 6 goals, 2. So that's 22 goals, 9. And Carlton have won this game at Metricon Stadium against Gold Coast by 49 points. And Carlton are on top of the ladder at this stage of the round. All right, let's go to the next game. It's GWS Giants versus Melbourne. Let's go to the first quarter. GWS have kicked 6 goals, 5. To Melbourne, 3 goals, 1. And at quarter time, GWS are in front by 12 points. Let's go to the second quarter. GWS have kicked 1, 5. So that's 7 goals, 10. To Melbourne, 5 goals, 5. So that's 8 goals, 6. And at half time, Melbourne are leading by 2 points. Let's go to the third quarter. GWS Giants have kicked 5 goals, 5. So that's 12 goals, 15. to Melbourne, 5 goals 2. So that's 13 goals 8. And at 3/4 time, GWS are in front by 1 point. GWS have kicked 4 goals 3. So that's 16 goals 18. To Melbourne, 2 goals 1. So that's 15 goals 9. And in the end, GWS have beaten Melbourne at Giant Stadium by 15 points. GWS are sitting 7th on the ladder. Melbourne are sitting 3rd. Let's go to the second last game. It's St Kilda versus Sydney at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. St Kilda have kicked 2 goals 6. To Sydney, 1 goal 6. 12 points in that first quarter. All right, let's go to the second quarter. St Kilda have kicked 2 goals 5. So it's 4 goals 11. To Sydney, 2 goals 5. So that's 3 goals 11. And at half time, St Kilda are up by 6 points. Let's go to the third quarter. St Kilda have kicked 3 goals 1. So that's 7 goals 12. To Sydney, 1 6. That's 4 17. And at 3/4 time, St Kilda are up by 13 points. Let's go to the last quarter. St Kilda have kicked 5 goals 1. So that's 12 goals 13. To Sydney, 2 goals 5. So that's 6 goals 22. And in the end, St Kilda have won this game by 27 points. St Kilda are in 15th after starting the round at 17th position, and Sydney are sitting 14th after winning the flag last season. All right, let's go to the last game of the round. It's Adelaide versus Hawthorn. Let's go to the first quarter. So it's Adelaide kicking 4 goals 3. To Hawthorn, 3 goals 6. Adelaide are in front by 3 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Adelaide have kicked 4 goals 6. So that's 8 goals 9. To Hawthorn, 5 goals 5. So that's 8 goals 11. And at half time, Hawthorn are leading by 2 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Adelaide have kicked 2 goals 4. So that's 10 goals 13. To Hawthorn, 3 goals 5. So that's 11 goals 16. And at 3/4 time, Hawthorn are leading by 9 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Adelaide have kicked 2 goals 2. So that's 12 goals 15. To Hawthorn, 3 goals 2. So it's 14 goals 18. And in the end, Hawthorn have beaten the Adelaide Crows at Adelaide Oval by 15 points. And as you can see, the ladder stands the top 8. You've got Carlton, Fremantle, Melbourne, Brisbane in the top 4. And then rounding out the 8, we've got Port Adelaide, Essendon, GWS Giants, and Collingwood in the 8. And then Adelaide by themselves at the bottom of the ladder. All right, next round, we've got Essendon versus Carlton at Marvel Stadium. Then we've got North versus Richmond at Marvel Stadium, Geelong versus Collingwood down at GMHBA Stadium, Fremantle versus Western Bulldogs at Optus Stadium, and then West Coast Eagles versus Port Adelaide at Optus Stadium. We've got Brisbane versus Adelaide Crows at the Gabba. So it's a top 4 side versus the bottom. Melbourne versus Gold Coast Suns at the MCG. Sydney versus Giants at SEG, the Battle of the Bridges. And then Hawthorn versus St Kilda at Marvel Stadium. Okay, this concludes round 9 for AFT Dice Season 2. We'll see you next time.